What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Now, as I've remarked multiple times already at the beginning of the year, it is customary for Marvel to do their huge announcements at the end of the year, and where we used to get an every other year Hall H announcement at San Diego Comic-Con during the summer, they would skip, say, the year of Infinity War, and then after Avengers Endgame is when that first huge slate came out. Then they sort of moved everything to their own announcements towards the end of the year, where at first it was an Investors Day meeting. This most recent one came in December, and they just went ahead and ran it out on Disney Plus, yet another reason to have access to the platform. But we still have a ton of announcements coming from industry insiders about what we can expect when we finally get one coming up this year. There are a ton of unannounced projects already made very public on Marvel's release slate for Disney, especially through the next 2 years ending in 2024. We're breaking down this most recent industry insider report on one specific title, a superhero joining the MCU that's been asked for quite a while, and some brand new news about a villain I would suspect is going on to be the big bad after Kang and in the beginning of Marvel Phase 5. We're breaking down the entirety of this brand new industry insider update about what's coming up for the Marvel Phase 5 or Phase 4 ending announcement at the end of this year. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, reviews, watch parties, all the way to anonymous insider scoops like we're covering today, and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the sub button, leave a comment down below. That automatically enters you for the next PS5 giveaway. We're also giving away daily comics over on my Instagram. The handle's right there at IamFires. If you want, stick around to the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so extremely important to note, a lot of you have DM'd me in the last week pointing out that there is a Disney Investors Day call coming up later in the month. I do not suspect there to be a major announcement or any trailer of the sort. We are anticipating a couple of Marvel trailers before the end of the month, and while Moon Knight is about to drop, we'll talk about those in a different video coming this week. This is actually coming from the main middleman who's holding it down as an anonymous Twitter scoopster alongside My Time to Shine Hello, has gotten a lot right scooping the MCU. He had to say this about following announcements coming this year. Quote, "If it all works out, Nova will be one of the projects announced later this year. I've heard something about Ghost Rider, Man-Thing, and Doctor Doom as well, but I'm not sure. I'll point out that Man-Thing has already been scooped in a couple of other places in the last 48 hours. He goes on to say, we'll know official dates for Deadpool 3, Blade, Fantastic Four as well, and indicates there also is movement for a major announcement of some kind, but doesn't have any info about that yet. Now, specifically, Nova has been rumored for a while, so long so that he was being name dropped by the Russos shortly after Avengers Endgame was released, and the big reason for this is that footage we didn't see during the end of the Infinity Saga, that is, the decimation of Xandar, when Thanos is obtaining the first Infinity Stone in the Power Stone before we pick up at the beginning of Infinity War with Thor. It's not only accelerating the story that he already has one stone, or jumping the gun a bit because they've only got so much time in those two films. That's actually the origin story for Richard Rider, so we all suspected that's why they purposely left that out. When we get to a Nova film, we're going to get to see all that play out. Also, all these side rumors of Josh Brolin returning not only as Cable, but to a future role as Thanos, as much as he's been done in the Infinity Saga, and when we didn't see a young Thanos just yet in the first Eternals, really made me wonder if we're going to get to see a replay of that left out Power Stone. And I know for a lot of Marvel fans, getting some of that Infinity War action worked into the beginning of an origin story, especially for a hero as beloved as Nova, I think that would play excellently and fill in some of the missing lore from what happened during the MCU in that time. Now, incidentally, we actually just got an update to the Marvel release schedule going all the way up to the beginning of 2025 with a ton of untitled Marvel films. After the Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy 3 are released alongside Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania during 2023, we have a fourth untitled Marvel movie coming out 11/3/23. Again, this is the latest update to their schedule. And then 4 more untitled Marvel movies for 2024. One on 2/16/2024, one on 5/3, the next on 7/26, and the following one on 11/18. Now, we're the most recent announcement from Marvel in December really focused on what was coming from Disney Plus, a ton of the Disney Plus Marvel TV shows. We suspect that the next announcement is going to fill in the remaining dates. We have so many of them left already announced for Marvel. So now that we've got this information that Nova, and including Deadpool 3, Blade, Fantastic Four, some of these announced all the way back in 2019, it is a no-brainer they're going to be slotted into these slates. You can count that for sure for Deadpool, Blade, and Fantastic Four. I also suspect, rather than than try to keep it a secret the entire time, as that would be almost impossible for marketing, we're going to get a Fantastic Four casting announcement by the end of the year as well. There have been so many rumors about that, and from so many sources, I can't see that there's that much smoke and not fire behind it. Hopefully when we get a date for the film, we'll get the cast, and it's the same sort of announcement they've done for that sort of thing in the past. We've also had Man-Thing, like I said, recently confirmed from other sources. Ghost Rider has been at the forefront of everybody's mind, especially for the upcoming Multiverse of Madness, if it doesn't just happen to be something like a cameo from an early Marvel film. The one I find most interesting, and what I hope they are doing, is I see Doctor Doom listed there. I absolutely want a solo villain series, if it's a film, if it's a Disney Plus TV show, where they can explore a villain from his point of view, almost the same way we got in Infinity War with Thanos, but not have to split that point of view with heroes at any point. Even if they tried to spin him as a sympathetic villain, I don't mind that. I know I've criticized that in the past, that especially from Sony's point of view, if you make a villain too sympathetic, like they're doing now for Morbius and Venom, you really have to wonder how everyone's going to root for Spider-Man when he faces off. I don't think there's a chance that's going to happen with Doctor Doom. I would love them to explore those kind of characters in a solo series, especially for doing shows like Agatha, House of Harkness. Certainly they have room on the docket for it, but when they say Doctor Doom here, or when Main Middleman points that out, he may just be talking about a casting announcement for the villain alongside what's going on with Fantastic Four. It makes me scratch my head though a bit. I do not think they're going to make the same mistake as the previous films and try to cram Doctor Doom into the first Fantastic Four film, and I will make sure to link down in the description. We've actually had multiple reports about who the first villain in that Fantastic Four film is going to be, and you're not going to see it coming. Pun totally intended. I'll make sure to link that video at the end and down in the description. Guys, let me know who you're the most hyped for of all these names: Nova, Ghost Rider, Man-Thing, Doctor Doom, Deadpool 3, Blade, and Fantastic Four. What are you waiting on the most? Of all of that, I'm most hyped for Blade. I can't wait to see how brutal they're willing to be in this upcoming Moon Knight. Fingers crossed it's going to be something on par with what's going on with Daredevil, maybe approaching that. We can really have high hopes for the future and where they're willing to expand, just how dark they're willing to go. Speaking of which, I've got to make the Batman, so let's wrap this up and get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. And I will have my thoughts, at least on social media, if not on the channel, about this Batman film. I've avoided a lot of the spoilers, and I am super hyped for it. We are still giving away PlayStations. We will continue to do that all the way up to 1 million subscribers every 20,000 subscribers. We just dinged one at 940. The next one's at 960. If you want to be entered to winner for any of the future giveaways at the channel, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button because you need to be a subscriber, then leave a comment down below because it's truly random. The more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be selected and then announced at the end of videos, the same way we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on, and as always, if you liked today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name is Michael Roman. You can find me over on Instagram and Twitter at IamFires. We're also giving away daily comics, exclusives, and variants over on my Instagram account. Just follow over there and comment on those. And if you want to find my original music, which you're hearing in the background of this video, that's All Fires on all platforms: Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, wherever you listen to original music. You can find me as All Fires there, hence the AKA All Fires at the intro of this video. I appreciate you checking any of that out. I appreciate you checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.